Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Turf Toe Show, presented by turftoeshow.com. I'm Mike Floyd, joined as always by Glow Man, Mr. Avalanche, or what do you call yourself this week?
I mean, still call me the champ. Still the champ is here.
Whatever, man.
Hey, y'all need to send me a text to remind me to get y'all's money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you the commissioner. You should.
I mean, because I didn't win, so I'm going to forget about it.
You texted us last week and said, hey, I forgot.
Yeah, because I was literally thinking, like, why did he call himself the champ again? Oh, yeah, he won that money.
Oh, yeah, I need to give him that.
Ah, dude, I slick forgot to, like, I was leaving the gym this morning, I was like, I might need to get that money and go ahead and pay this guys. Especially since we're on furlough. And,
right, we might need that. We might need that.
We need that extra cash.
I'll be out there hunting javelinas and stuff.
Yeah,
with that night vision camera. He's like, you ever have a javelina burger?
Have it on top of the H&K.
But if this is your first time joining us, we're the Turf Toe Show. We're a sports show, talk about everything sports related, mainly football, but dabble in everything else.
Yep.
We're going to talk about, the college football playoffs and NFL playoffs, and Antonio Brown being, I don't want to call him a diva.
I mean,
it's a diva type move technically, but
he's made a lot of diva type moves throughout his career.
But I don't think this is the most divishest. That's a word.
Well, they're going to always just say it's being a competitor. That's what they're going to say it is. He's competitive. That's why he's acting this way. He's really emotional. They say for Odell Beckham all the time.
But he's not really being emotional at the moment, right? He hasn't said anything. Except there was
all speculation. You're right.
There was a tweet that came out. I don't know where I did with it, but oh yeah, here it is. So a tweet came out. Don't know what day it came out, but then it says Bruce Arians said he's a special teams guy. He can't learn the plays. Hots and sights. Not smart enough. Coach T benched me on a bye week. Said 2 dogs, 1 bone. God bless him. Hashtag put some respect on my name.
That's all he said.
That's all he said.
That was a tweet though. That didn't say.
There's Instagram post.
Okay.
I'll throw it up on the video for you guys to see it.
I feel like I don't understand anything.
I feel like he's basically saying why I thought they benched him because he wasn't through walkthroughs on Saturday. I mean, even though I don't know how you bench your best guy or you see on the week 17 when you need him more than any other time.
Well, they benched because they got.
Oh, okay. So somebody actually translated it. So the first part, Bruce Arians said he's a special team guy, can't learn the plays, hots and sights, not smart enough. Translation: Bruce Arians didn't think Brown was smart enough to be anything more than a return man.
Oh wow!
So I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So that's a whole new wrinkle to the story.
If that's what I'm assuming that's what he means.
Because Bruce Arians isn't coaching anymore, right? He retired with last year.
He was with the Cardinals.
Yeah. He's been a commentator on like the B game. So.
Oh yeah, well that can't be why he's arguing with the Steelers and getting upset.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
That tweet?
No, and Arians coached him.
Yeah, Bruce Arians would have had any contact with him.
See, I didn't even know Arians actually coached him.
Right, that's kind of...
Maybe they were talking about like when he was coming out.
Or maybe he said it like in an interview or something like that.
I'll look it up real quick.
He's talking about like way back. Yeah, like, I don't know.
And then said Coach T benched me on a bye week, said 2 dogs, 1 bone, God bless him. I'm not too sure what happened with that. I don't know how you get benched on a bye week. Yeah. Maybe something was said during their bye.
It had to be. There's got to be something that they're not coming out with yet. Obviously, I mean, I don't know why they're waiting because, I mean, they're already out the playoffs.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
It sounds like it's a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah, but it's a little pettiness. I think it's being a diva because you're going to unfollow the team that's paying you and follow the 49ers that you want to go there.
Okay, so according to this, it turns out that Bruce Arians wanted to cut Antonio Brown before his rookie season. Okay. All right. That makes a lot of sense. But
yeah, that's
so he's bringing up like this is like a chip on the shoulder. He's carried all his
career. So it says, according to Bob Labriola of Steelers.com, Arians was not necessarily as enamored with Brown as the rest of the coaching staff in 2010. Viewing the rookie 6th-round draft pick as someone he could live without, Arians apparently suggested releasing Brown during the final round of cut that year. When it came time to cut the roster, Arians' opinion was that Brown was nothing more than a practice squad player. That was what Arians advocated, which would have meant waiving Brown first before he could be signed to the practice squad. And during the 24 hours on waivers, Brown could have been claimed by any other team in the NFL. So cut the guy who would become the most productive receiver in franchise history, a guy who today is the best receiver in the NFL, and has been the best receiver in the NFL going on a few years now. To put him on a practice squad, that was the idea Bruce Arians brought to the table late in 2010. Right. That's funny.
I mean, I can see how you'd be mad about that, but he's already proved him wrong. There's no need for that. You've already proved him wrong. I mean, granted, I do think it's part of the scheme, personally. Right. Because Brown he's a very great route runner. Obviously, he's one of the best receivers. But you can lock him down, man. You really can. It's not.
It was shown all year this year.
Yeah, you can really put. I mean, yeah, he's older now, but you put your. I mean, it's just there's so many other weapons that have been on that Steelers team. You can't really just focus on one thing. Plus, most guys want to lock Bell down before they lock down Brown.
I think Juju's more of a threat.
Now Juju is, but he
can stop fumbling.
Yeah, that's
that was a heartbreak. I feel bad for the kid for that one.
I mean, it's a learning lesson.
But the thing is, they shouldn't even been in that position anyway, to where a fumble was the reason why you got really kicked out the playoffs.
Yeah, you tied the Browns.
Yeah,
like you just didn't do your job.
There was a lot of other problems, like you said, that they had throughout the season. It wasn't just
because it's like everybody's trying to shift the blame from them not signing Bell to them blaming Juju now. It's like, nah, Juju was really the only consistent thing y'all had all season.
It's just the late mistakes will cost you. Game losing mistakes will always be, held in check. Because, I mean, Bell could have been handled. You could be in the playoff. Like, I would.
Yeah.
It could have been. But without Bell, they still did, in the run game, still did pretty decently. I mean,
Connor cost him a game, too.
Connor had a fumbling problem as well.
Yeah,
Connor cost him a game.
As far as I think we said this last week too. As far as run game went, it wasn't like they necessarily missed a step. Le'Veon Bell, isn't going to have those fumbles, but this is a guy that hasn't played. He's a rookie. He's gonna have his problems. He was still. I should look at his numbers, but
yeah, he was still good. I mean, it wasn't like it was a big difference, but I feel like those moments matter. Yeah, and Bell's been proven. He's been proven. He hasn't been the reason they've lost in the past.
That's true.
They just go up against Patriots. They go up against Ravens, and I mean, it just what can you do?
Now, how do y'all feel about how? Let's see. I think Juice is trying to recruit both of them. George Kittle's trying to recruit both of them to go to 49ers.
Really? How
would you feel if both of those Bell and Brown went to the same team? Would that make them automatic contenders for the playoffs?
Depends on depends on who that team is. I think that they can afford. I mean, I don't think the Browns can. Well, Browns and the 49ers can afford the cap space. Yeah, actually. So,
because I mean, if you put AB and Bell on the Browns with Baker and that defense
and Juice, and the tight end,
yeah, that's a pretty decent team right there.
If Baker is who we think he is, that's the thing. I can't first year quarterbacks.
I mean, I personally don't like Baker Mayfield. I just got a bias against him, but I do think that they need an actual coach out there. I don't think the coach they got is. I don't think he's the answer right now. He's an interim coach right now. We're gonna get to the coaches in a minute, but.
Yeah, I mean, you put them on 49ers. I mean, they got rid of Rubin, so Foster's not there. I feel like
speaking of that, the Chargers got dropped.
Yeah, the Chargers got dropped, but the Chargers have been dropped before.
Yeah, that was
in other instances with the same chick.
That dude just needs to stay in the house and just lock the doors.
No, he needs to. He does. He's been in the house, but with the same chick.
No, I'm saying just don't have nobody at your house. Just safe room. Just like nope. Had it room. I didn't do nothing.
That was a bad move because he was solid. Yeah. They took him 10th overall. You gonna just drop him like that before anything happened?
Hey, nobody wants in that drama anymore, man. They don't want to deal with that.
He's gonna be good. He's already
look what the Chiefs did. As soon as something came out,
well, that's because he lied. Foster probably was like, "Yeah, I did it." He ain't go. Yeah, Foster. He's under the Saban tree. He ain't lying.
Yeah.
He like no. I know how that goes.
I'm under investigation.
I know. Yeah. So I think that was a bad move, but that offense would be high powered if you can teach, Gucci, Jimmy G.
If Jimmy G keeps his legs,
he can stay out of bounds. Right. I mean, how are you getting hurt like that in this NFL?
Hey man, when you messing with porn stars on the side, I mean,
maybe that's what weak his knees. Maybe that's what made his knees weak.
I get so weak in the knees.
I don't know how. And this league is made to keep quarterbacks healthy, and you still get hurt.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be the thing. Like if they somehow do if the 49ers can make those pickups, the quarterback's gonna be the biggest thing. If Jimmy G can show something.
But is he done with his contract yet? Because Brown, I don't know Brown's contract status. Because
I want to say Brown got one more year in his contract.
Yeah, that might be tough to get. If you trade for him, you're gonna have to trade something.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. You can't. I mean, because his stock is high right now. Bell, you can get Bell easy.
All right. So would you do this? Would you rather keep Brown and get rid of Roethlisberger, or keep Brown and get rid of Tomlin?
Oh no, not get rid of Tomlin.
Because I think Tomlin has a winning record.
Tomlin stays. Period. Yeah. Tomlin stays. You got Juju. You can find an upcoming receiver in this draft.
So you'd rather just get another quarterback?
Yeah.
Well, you got no. I would get rid of Brown because I mean you got Big Ben. Big Ben's on his way out. Rudolph is behind him now.
That's what I'm saying. So you got Rudolph there. I mean, you see all these other teams having success with these newish quarterbacks. I mean, look at the Chiefs. They had some decent success. Yeah. So maybe that's what they need. Though. Just some new blood in there.
I think anybody in that scheme is gonna look good.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think honestly, it always comes back to Big Ben. Everybody's always complaining about it's him. It's not really Tomlin. Tomlin's just a fall guy every time. It's Ben.
Well, Ben, he's getting old, man. He's not. He's always been that big quarterback, but he's also had some mobility to him, which made him harder to take down. But now
he has no mobility.
He can't move back.
So you think trade him? But who's going? I mean, you won't get a lot of stock for him.
No. I mean, I guarantee there'll be some team out there that really would want a quarterback and still see something.
The Jaguars.
Give up something. Yeah, I'd say the Jaguars.
The Giants.
They would give up something good for him and make it worthwhile. It just will all depend on how they play it, and whatever deal they can try to make.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be an interesting offseason because this is.
Speaking of the offseason, we had a NFL coaching carousel 2019.
Woo!
Black Monday.
Of course, Hugh Jackson got fired. He was placed by what's his name, Williams. So I mean,
is that really a surprise though? I mean, this should have been happened
a long time ago.
I think it's John Dorsey was like, look, I'm gonna give you like 3 games, dog. You get 3 games,
and he got the next 15 years.
Yeah. So then let's see, Greg Williams, he went 5-3, so they might consider him for the full job. They're also looking at Josh McDaniels. Jets fired Todd Bowles,
which I don't think was the right move.
Kind of sucks. I mean, they had that good year with Fitzpatrick.
They went 10-6 his first year,
and then Fitzpatrick held out.
Yeah.
And then he wanted more money. Then they gave him the money, and they obviously realized that was a bad idea because they didn't do anything the next year.
Yeah.
They're talking about possibly looking at Harbaugh if he leaves Michigan. Broncos fired Vance Joseph. There reports that they're looking at Vic Fangio, the Bears defensive coordinator, and the offensive line coach for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Bengals, Marvin Lewis stepped down after 16 years. Like,
I mean, he knew. Writing was on the wall for that.
They're talking about the Bengals are looking at Vance Joseph and Hugh Jackson. Like,
wait, what?
Vance Joseph isn't bad, bro.
No, it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me that they would actually look at Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that it's Hugh Jackson. Like, why are you looking at Hugh Jackson out of all the coaches you could possibly get? You're gonna go after Hugh Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's got to be something else to it, man. Like, maybe he can revamp it.
He got something on him. That's what it is. He has something on those guys. He knows something about that organization, and he has to. There's no way they're keeping him around for that long.
No.
I mean, maybe okay. Look at this. A head coach job is really to do what? Like, it's not even to.
Well, are we talking about like a Belichick head job? Or...
Well, because Belichick is the defensive coordinator. Well, he's the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
They have a DC, but really calling all the shots.
Yeah.
There. But I feel like sometimes you gotta look at who your OC is, because usually they're the ones calling a lot of those plays. They're the ones that they present them to the head coach.
I'll give you that.
So I think Hugh Jackson's not a bad head coach in the sense that he manages all this. Come on, all these losing seasons, and you didn't really have players besides Gordon out here tripping and acting up. I mean, it is Cleveland, so it's not much you can really.
That's the thing. Like, they never really had
problems
bad
like that.
teams under him. They
losing
just
records.
Winning. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that if you give him a bit more, because now he's just now getting all this talent.
Yeah, because technically he built the team that's there now.
I mean, yeah, and they were losing when they had the best receiver in the game who was getting high and was still leading the league and everything. Like, so, I mean, it wasn't like they weren't producing. They weren't getting W's. They were folding in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes on your offensive court. I mean, it's going to fall on the head coach anyway. But I think he might actually be able to come in there and handle all the mess and maybe have Dalton do better. Just got to get the OC and DCs are what matter, in my opinion. And so, Hugh Jackson, I mean, Vance Joseph, I like Vance better. I like that Denver defense under him. And Cleveland has a solid defense. I think he can really provide, I think he can really build on that. Better quarterback play out of Dalton. I mean, Dalton just doesn't. They don't do well in the playoffs.
I mean, they only got one receiver out there right now.
Yeah,
and he's always hurt.
They got two. They got Ross, and they got tight ends galore, and they have Green. I think they're better. They got Mixon and Bernard. They're loaded, man. It's not. They're on the defensive side. They got Denard. They have a shutdown corner. They have a decent safety. Their linebacker is the one that is it Burfitt? He's just a savage. But you need that. You just maybe need somebody who can manage that a little.
It's like, I didn't mean to put my foot through his face.
Yeah, and then Marvin Lewis just couldn't control the people on that team. But you never saw that mess from Cleveland. You never did.
No.
So I think maybe it's worth a shot.
This is the Jaguars. Doug Marrone's not getting fired. I think they're going to get one more year to get that mess. Dolphins fired Adam Gase.
Yeah, that was that. Once again, I don't know.
They're talking about hiring Rex Ryan.
Then they must want a better defense.
No, they must want somebody that can beat the Patriots.
Well, that too, actually.
Yeah, he has like a hard on for the Patriots.
The thing is, if he gets hired on, you're beating an old Brady. You're beating a Belichick that's kind of tired of New England. Like, it ain't really.
I mean, they can see this as like their time to make a push in the AFC East.
Yeah.
What's the push against the Bills and the? I mean,
someone's got to win.
No, Gase wasn't bad. It's just Tannehill was never healthy. Their offense, the offense was never like impressive. Then you get rid of your best receiver because you wouldn't pay him. Yeah. stupid. And then, I mean, you got a good running game. The defense is nothing special. You got to tell Alonso to stop hitting quarterbacks in his slide.
Kiko Alonso is a dirty player. I said that when he did the hit on Joe Flacco. That dude's a dirty player.
Although,
dog, that dude was the last one. I'll give you the Joe Flacco one. I'll give you the Joe Flacco one. That was late. Joe slid late.
He pulled up. He didn't even
on that last one.
Yes.
No, he didn't pull up, bro. That was.
He pulled up. Who was it against? Was it against Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You got to let these running quarterbacks know. He slid.
Yeah.
And then he pulled up. He wasn't trying to smoke him.
Bro.
I saw it. I was like, yeah, I would have fought too. But I'm like, really, bro?
Well, what was his name? That old lineman? No, D lineman that he said? That came from Miami? That Richie Incognito.
Oh,
if he would have been out there,
yeah, that would have been bad. Man, he's a savage too. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Let's see. The Packers, they fired Mark McCarthy, but they're talking about Jim Caldwell or Chuck Pagano.
No, that's all. But either one of those, you can't do. Like you need like a Josh Daniels.
I like Jim Caldwell though. Jim Caldwell's not a bad coach.
But does he have? Is Rodgers gonna listen to him? No.
No, that's the thing. I think Jim Caldwell will be like, "What do you want, Rodgers? This what you want? All right, let's work around
living
this."
Down with you. Yeah, he'll be more. Yeah, I guess maybe.
You think he's gonna listen to Josh McDaniels though?
Josh Daniels, yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. Though.
I feel like McDaniels is gonna try to bring more of that Patriots culture wherever he goes.
McDaniels needs a quarterback like Tebow.
I think
that's like, no, yes, sir. But I'll do that, sir.
If you look at what they want to do, I mean, he coached Brady, bro. I mean, why not?
Did he coach Brady? That's the thing. Like everybody says he coached Brady. Did he coach Brady, or was Brady just good?
Oh, see, I
think Brady was one of those kind of guys that was like kind of like Kobe was with the NBA.
Like he had the talent.
He had the talent. He had that drive. So he's able to coach himself. He'd be like, all right, this is what you want to do? All right. But I'm going to listen to you, but I'm going to do my own thing.
But I feel like they look at the schemes. I like the offensive schemes they run. They run a lot of like similar routes. But I feel like the Patriots run a lot of crossing routes, and I feel like the Packers run a lot of slants. But it's still kind of the same thing, really. It's just I feel like Brady over time doesn't have the arm to get it out there to those slant routes out of bounds. And I think Rodgers still has it. So
Rodgers
still has the sauce to throw that ball. So I feel like the dink and dunk, and maybe they're not so predictable. That's the problem. Packers' offense is so predictable. It's crazy how good Rodgers is to where they still can beat you with the predictable offense they've always had. So it's like, I don't know. I like Daniels, but Caldwell made straighten up that defense, though. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
That defense of Packers is super sorry. Because under Detroit, that defense was solid with Caldwell there. So them getting rid of him, Caldwell's not a bad option for a defense, but as far as unpredictable offense, you need someone like Daniels.
Let's see. And then the last couple ones, Cardinals fired Steve Wilkes and Buccaneers fired Dirk Cutter. I didn't like Dirk Cutter. I wanted Lovie Smith to stay there a little bit longer. Honestly, I mean, that was me personally, but I didn't like Dirk Cutter.
Well, it depends. You go from a strong defense to a strong offense.
Did they ever have a strong offense?
I think they had the potential to open it up, and they did under Fitz. Just Winston, you can't open it up like that with Winston because Winston mess around throwing the double coverage every time. Deep balls, and those are easily intercepted.
Dude, I can't remember anybody from that class that's any good because Mariota stayed hurt.
Which is sad because now his Titans actually have a defense.
Yeah, but they're actually kind of good. They're kind of good.
Yeah, it's sad. That sucks.
And then the Cardinals, they're looking at Mike McCarthy and Adam Gase.
Going back to the Buccaneers real quick. How do you feel about them getting rid of the head coach but still keeping Winston on?
I don't think they could. Well, no, because he hasn't got that contract yet, right?
Well, he's due that extra year, that $20 million.
Yeah,
he hasn't got the contract yet, but you want to. I think that with him, he's what 24.
But I don't think anybody wants to go play in Tampa. I think that's the thing that you can't get a quarterback down there.
I don't see how.
That could be it. I mean, maybe they just feel like he's decent enough. Like he's gonna throw his picks. There's my boy out there, Brisket. I mean, they go get him if you want to keep a black quarterback out there. But
no, you gotta go with Winston if you don't do that.
I mean, would you rather have Jacoby Brissett or James Winston out there?
Brissett gonna throw for what 250?
See how I did that? I brought him back to relevance, baby. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if that's the case, I want Winston because of the numbers. Brissett will throw for 250, maybe a touchdown or two, and like an interception or two. Winston's gonna give you 430 every game. He's gonna give you 430, which speaks to that defense, by the way.
It does.
430. He's gonna give you like 3, 4 touchdowns. He may throw 2 or 3 picks. It depends. That's why I guess it's good to have a good defense, right? Yeah. So, but his numbers really aren't bad. But he just can't win, and he'll throw picks at the worst time.
Yeah, but he'll put up some gaudy numbers.
He totally will. And you can't knock that. He will throw for 400 every game.
I mean, they just shuffle him out with Fitzmagic every once in a while.
Yeah, keep the defense on the toes.
They need to get rid of Fitzmagic, dude.
No,
they can't.
Fitzmagic needs to go to another team so he can start it up again.
No, he won't, because you know what you get after 5 games.
Fitzmagic is going to go to the Jaguars.
Yeah, he's got 5 games all season.
Just send him to the Jaguars, man.
No, you can't. No.
They got to save up those 5 games.
Like Nick Foles, man. You can only have him for like 4 games a season.
Hey, but Nick Foles. All they need. That's all they need.
Right. Playoff, okay. Win 7 seed.
He's just like, come from under, like, yeah, he's been resurrected now.
No. Fitzpatrick, could you see it? Every time he starts going, then he just throws like 4 interceptions, bro.
He's like, well, I guess I got to go take a break now with my $100 million.
How many times they bench each other throughout the like, I feel like they were like switching quarterbacks every week. Whoever gets 4 picks, you're not playing next week.
And they both come out and throw 4 picks.
Right, like, damn.
It's like, check this out.
That is awesome.
Man, so I guess we can segue to the playoffs now. So you brought up Foles. Man, I mean, how y'all feeling about Wild Card Weekend, man?
I'm loving it. Let me bring up the exact thing.
I think everybody's excited because Packers ain't in it. So now,
the only team
that knocks everybody out.
The only team for any of us is fucking Baltimore.
Yeah, baby.
No.
Represent.
Honestly, if they beat the Chargers, man.
Just saying, Lamar Jackson will be the youngest player to ever start as a quarterback in a playoff game. If he just so happens to make it to the Super Bowl, he'll be the youngest player to start in a Super Bowl. And if he just happens to win it, he'll be the youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. Just throwing it out there.
We'll see. Chargers and Baltimore just played each other, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I mean, Baltimore won. Yeah. But I'm sure the Chargers, they're going to have a game plan for that.
Yeah, but the Chargers, literally lost 2 players in the past couple games.
So?
2 key players.
They lose players every year.
Yeah,
and somehow Phillip Rivers, fills that gap with
they have
unknown
1 receiver.
Okay. So
but what blows my mind is this game is in Baltimore.
Yep. Yeah. And it's not sunny California.
It's January. Whew, that is not gonna be pleasant.
They got what's that defensive back they got for the Chargers?
Who got hurt or the one that's back?
The one that's back that just came back.
Ooh,
no,
he's not talking. You're not talking about
I can't remember his name, but I think he might be back.
See what it is now, 'cause I think I know you're talking about.
Well, while he's looking at for Saturday's games, when the podcast comes out Saturday morning, but you have the Colts at Texans. Let's see. You also have the Seahawks at the Cowboys, which is probably gonna be most watched game that weekend.
Dude, that's gonna be an insane game.
Yeah. Then you got on Sunday the Chargers at the Ravens, and then you got the Eagles at the Bears, which will probably be the most watched game that weekend too. Yeah. So I mean, I was listening to Cowherd the other day. This dude is saying it's gonna be the Colts versus the Saints for the Super Bowl.
No.
And the Colts are gonna win it.
No.
I'm like, why does he have such a hard on for Andrew Luck?
Yeah. No. I don't. You talking about Casey Hayward? Is he back?
Hey, I might be thinking of both of them.
Yeah, line is back, but
Bosa was back kind of towards the last quarter of the season or something like that.
Yeah, because he's always doing that foot injury, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
But because Luck can do it, and Luck's doing it with nothing. Yeah. That's the thing. You give Luck but T.Y.'s not a big body receiver.
And they finally got a running back who's at least trying.
Right. Yeah. Max he's coming alive now.
But I mean, has he played against a defense like the Texans though? That's the only thing that's keeping the Texans in this right now is their defense.
Yeah, I mean they played the Texans twice so far this year.
Yeah, they know them.
Yeah.
I think that plus you can beat the Texans with screens.
They beat the Texans last time they played.
Yeah.
Did it?
They lost to be earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Too. But no, I mean Saints they don't give me either. Now, the Saints kind of got exposed too.
So for if you're a bettor out there, the Colts are 5-0-1 against the spread and 5-1 straight up against the past 6 meetings in Houston. That includes the 24-21 win over the Texans as the 4.5 underdogs week 14.
I would go with the Colts over the Texans though.
Yeah, I don't think the Texans are gonna make that far. I was gonna take the Colts anyway. For the Seahawks Cowboys, I really, really want the Seahawks to win this game.
The Seahawks are on a roll. They should win this game because
God,
it's in Dallas, bro.
It's in Dallas, but still though.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, still, I really want the Seahawks to do it so all these Dallas fans get shut the hell up.
I mean,
even more than that though, Seattle with Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin coming back from being hurt, he looks good,
problems. Man.
Yeah,
Baldwin was good. Lockett,
Chris Carson. even the guy behind him, Mike Davis, or no, I think Davis is hurt, but Penny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they got a good 1-2 punch with that, and their defense. That Seattle defense is looking like a Seattle defense.
Yeah, what's going to kill the Cowboys is going to be Dak Prescott.
I think because I think everywhere else they're actually evenly matched in my opinion.
Because the Dallas defense actually stepped it up this year. They're good.
They did.
But it's going to be Dak Prescott's going to reason if they lose that game.
And if I was a Cowboy fan, I think I'd want them to lose this game. Because if you want Jason Garrett back next year, then win this game and watch. Yeah. He's not getting fired.
That's a good point.
But if you want another coach in Dallas, you need to lose. If Dallas loses, Jared Garrett, I think they're going to get rid of him.
Officiating scouting report, referee Walt Anderson's regular season crew threw the second most flags per game, but penalties were not a problem for either team this season.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope they don't hope they don't play the game with those deep pass interference calls. I really
I say just let them play.
Yeah, I mean Seattle beat Dallas earlier in the year.
Yeah.
They're not worried about Zeke. I would like stop the run, make Dak throw the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I would just let Zeke run.
And then Shaquille Griffin's coming back, so you can play him on Cooper. And then hopefully you can hold Hearns and
that's still Cooper, dude. Like he had like those when he first got there, like he had 2 really good games and then he just fell off.
He's been quiet because they schemed against him. Like, those big games he had were missed tackles. If you see those plays, it was missed tackles, man. I don't know how an NFL you still doing that.
Nobody wants to get them fines, bro.
Man, hey, you in the playoffs, nah. It's just a fine. You getting playoff money anyway.
Yeah.
So
then on Sunday you got Chargers at the Ravens. I mean, it's going to be pretty much Chargers scheming against Lamar Jackson the entire time.
Yeah, they have to have someone watching him the entire time, which is going to be someone else open.
And then they still got Gus Anderson out there. Eagles and Bears.
Man,
we're going to see if Nick Foles can keep that magic going against that Bears defense, because that Bears defense is.
I don't know, man. The fact that Nick Foles is back, I like Nick Foles, so. I'm gonna take Philadelphia. I just want to see them. I want to see if they can make a run.
If Philly can beat the Bears, I'm getting them all the way to the Super Bowl again.
Anybody. I just hate that they got to play the Bears first.
Yeah. No, I love it. We get some really good games this weekend. I mean,
yeah, but like no other team in the NFC has a defense. Like they literally get hit with the team with the defense, and the Bears can, I think, technically beat anybody else. Yeah. I just don't. I think Trubisky is gonna be. It's funny how it's gonna come down to quarterback play with all this. No run game. Nothing. I mean, you expect the Rams to run the ball, but that's everybody else. You're expecting for them to be able to run the ball. Like, think about it. Saints got the running game. Rams got a running game. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles are the only one that don't have really anything.
Yeah.
Like.
So just say hypothetically saying this: Nick Foles wins the Super Bowl again. Do you keep Carson Wentz?
Yes.
Dude can't stay healthy.
Well,
dude cannot stay healthy.
I mean, they can't keep a healthy O-line. I mean, it's just.
I forget who I was listening to, but they were actually asking the same question. They were talking about his contract for next year. If they keep him as a backup, he's gonna be a $20 million backup.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
I'm just saying, get that money, Nick.
I mean,
Hall of Famer, third ballot.
If he wins the Super Bowl, someone's gonna want to pick this guy up.
But if you was Nick Foles, would you want to leave though? Because all you gotta do is play 4 games. I made $20 million.
I know. I wouldn't want to. I just want to sit back.
You're
let people come to me.
No, I'm saying I would stay with the Eagles.
I'm chilling.
Like, you gonna pay me $20 million to play 4 games, and all I gotta do is come in and win the biggest game? Bet.
That is great. That's like the easiest check ever.
Yeah.
The backup quarterback is it's a stressful job, but it's not. It's probably the best job to have.
Can you imagine the 30 for 30 for him?
Bro, yeah, you went to Super Bowls, you're gonna be Hall of Fame anyway.
Win 2 Super Bowls and only playing 8 games?
Think about that, man. You guys, Carson Wentz being the workhorse, then he goes out and you come in.
Carson, you go ahead, break your back, break your legs. You're gonna have time to heal. I got you.
It's easy to be a backup quarterback, I think, because there's no real expectations for you.
Yeah.
You're the best, you're the most celebrated person. You come in, they already know it's over because they're like, oh,
right. Then you win, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, now you got a Super Bowl, and if you get another one, you're like, all right, well, we ain't worried now.
So maybe there is something to this.
I mean, if he does that with that beat up defense and offense looking like, it's like, what are they doing?
And Carson Wentz never getting respect. It's like, you didn't do anything. It's like, I won the regular season.
I got 2 rings.
I'm the regular season MVP.
Yeah,
But Nick Foles is coming in kind of revitalize that offense. I mean, Nelson Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey,
because they're comfortable with him. They won a Super Bowl.
Exactly,
they're like,
exactly.
But he throws the deep ball. Wentz be checking it down to Ertz.
Yeah. That's why Ertz, he had 111 receptions this year.
And then what? Kittle came and took that record or something like that. No, it was Kelsey. Kelsey had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kittle took it like the next week or the same day.
The same day, yeah, like an hour later. Like, you thought you had it.
That's annoying. But
you thought, but yeah, this weekend should be pretty good for the NFL.
Yeah, man. Props to Peterson, man. He's really scheming it right.
Now I'll tell you what was trash. Going to something else. Was these past college football playoffs?
Man,
these games were trash.
Why is Notre Dame even in this?
Did you want Georgia in it? Georgia got exposed.
Notre Dame.
You tell me Georgia didn't get exposed?
Georgia didn't. Honestly, Georgia was not playing for real. And man, you know what? I don't care what anybody got to say about Texas. I don't want to hear it. If your quarterback has to do that, bro, you're trash. Period. He's not trash, but he's 3 rushing touchdowns. Like, Texas cannot get a quarterback, I guess. Vince Young was the last person to do that for Texas.
Oh, yeah. So today is the anniversary of that Rose Bowl game?
Whatever. Which one? Oh, you're talking about the
Rose Bowl game.
USC, Texas. I'm thinking you're talking about Michigan and
We're just watching it.
Texas. No. Georgia didn't want to play. They didn't care. They're like, oh, we were supposed to be in the national championship. They were still hungover from that loss. In my opinion, I think that if it would have been something different, I think they would have played harder. A lot of their players, their best defensive player didn't play, but Texas just wanted it more because Texas didn't really have anything to play for. They got both these teams didn't win their conferences, so you think they want to come out here and maybe like play better, for recruiting, at least for recruiting purposes. But no, Texas wanted it more, but when your quarterback has to run the, I don't think Ellinger's a good. He's not an NFL quarterback at all.
Oh no.
He is straight up.
You know where he is a quarterback for? The AAF.
Honestly, no. That guy's gonna get hurt, bro. He's 6'3", 230, bro. Ain't nobody.
Baker's like 6'1".
Baker's like nowhere near as big as him though.
Baker's barely taller than Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, Ellinger's a linebacker in my mind, man. So you see him running guys over, that's not sustainable. That's really not. He gets hurt, and what happened when he did get hurt? They were trash.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though I forget his name, Bielmer, I forget his last name. He's a better passer actually, but he's not gonna get the start over him. No, Georgia got exposed. I think personally, it's crazy to say this, but Ohio State should have been there. I really think so. Ohio State, because Notre Dame didn't deserve that.
Nah, they weren't going to give it to Ohio State because of the whole.
All that, yeah, but I mean, if you want the best four, a better option would have been Ohio State over Notre Dame. Because Notre Dame, you knew that you couldn't even score a touchdown.
Dude, I didn't think they were going to get swacked like that.
3 points.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, come on. Like, why? And everybody's getting blown. Michigan got blown out. Like, all these bowl games were trash, even up until the New Year.
The Michigan State-Oregon game, I didn't even know it was 6-7.
That was a whack game. But you should have. It was so sloppy. It was a mess.
The game I did like was this LSU-UCF game.
That game should have been. I mean, I think you put Milton in there, man. UCF could have beat them.
Yeah, they were rolling. Penn State just completely fell off the map. They're trash.
All these powerhouse Big Ten teams getting popped.
Mississippi State lost to Iowa. Let's see, Ohio State beat Washington.
Barely.
Yeah, Stanford beat Pittsburgh.
That doesn't.
I forgot Stanford was even relevant.
Wow. Yeah, it was just whack. All of them were blowouts, and then you get to the main four, and then Bama, Oklahoma that was technically a blowout too. They kind of like pulled up at the end.
Oh, you talking about blowout? Auburn and Purdue?
Yeah, that was
63-14. Like
they could have opened. They could have had the highest scoring game in Auburn history and bowl history if they would have.
Bro, they 28 points in the first quarter, 20 in the second.
It could have been 70, bro. They were at like the 3 and they kneeled instead of just running it in.
I was like, we're not gonna try to embarrass these guys.
I mean, yeah, like, you don't, really.
Bro, I would try to get 100 on them.
Yeah,
just be like, don't you ever come up in here again. Don't ever come up in here again.
Don't ever, yeah.
We own the Franklin American Mortgage Music City. Syracuse beat West Virginia. Didn't care about that game. Washington State beat Iowa. Nobody cares about that. Barely beat Vanderbilt. Nobody cares. Miami just got trashed.
Yeah, you knew that. But honestly, they can never measure up to those big body Big Ten. Like ACC can't really play Big Ten that well.
Why was Duke playing Temple?
Money.
Oh,
that's all it is. It's money. That's the only reason why they have some of these games. But Notre Dame should have been there. Clemson, Alabama again. But I really don't think this Clemson team is ready to do it.
I'll tell you what team showed up this year, though. The Army team.
Oh, man. Triple option?
Like, oh, my God.
That's Air Force, my bad. Did the Army run the triple option, I think?
No. Well, no, they don't pass the ball, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they do run the triple option.
They went 11-2 this year, which is pretty good for them. Beat Houston 70-14. Then the rest of the rest of the games were just trash, man. I mean,
Houston didn't have any of their starting linemen though play.
Yeah, Arizona State. I was hoping they were gonna win that bowl game, but they had a winning record, so I give them that.
This wasn't a good bowl. I don't think College football playoff got it right.
So speaking of that, so the final game is going to be Clemson at Alabama or Alabama at Clemson, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So
in Atlanta.
Wait,
No, Levi Stadium.
Yeah, it's in California. So I was reading this article the other day. It turns out there's several Clemson players that are suspended due to roids, which is hilarious to me because some of the Bama players are probably on it too, but they just haven't got caught yet. But I mean,
well, it's the same guys that were suspended for the playoff game.
Yeah, so they're just like that sucks, man. Cause
the best defensive players not there. But they got a pipeline, man. So they're
Oh, I'm talking about for this particular game. I'm not worried about like down the road. I'm talking.
But they're gonna lose anyway.
It's kind of on them though. I'm sure they knew they were gonna get tested at some point, right? And they just mess up the schedule.
I mean, I think the one they're taking was Ostarine, which is the topical one. So how much stuff was y'all rubbing on each other? Like just like we got to put it all over.
I mean, you never know what's going on in that locker room.
But it's gotten so bad that the ticket resales for the game have just tanked. Nobody's buying tickets to this game.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because of the location.
Yeah.
It's in
Levi Stadium. That's the 49ers Stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's an expensive area.
It's an expensive area.
Oh, okay.
For a game you've seen, for more than likely a game that's not gonna be that good. I think Bama's gonna steamroll these guys. Like you got a freshman quarterback. He's good, but this is.
Oh, you talking about long hair?
Man. This is Saban, and that defense is not looking whack. I mean, Oklahoma's gonna do that, but Clemson's offense is not as prolific as Oklahoma, and Bama can run the ball, man. Like
yeah, they can.
They ain't given. You have 3 running backs that can. Man, what? Like, how can you stop that? They're coming in fresh, and you're like, oh man, they just threw for 50 yards on us. Now we got to run down here, and now they're gonna run Jacobs and steamrolling linebackers over for touchdowns. I think that this is not gonna be close. I can see like 42 to like.
And Tua's looking good on that ankle right now too.
You don't think that the fact that it's Clemson, Alabama again is a part of it for?
I think a lot of people are tired of that. Honestly.
Really?
I think a lot of people are tired of seeing because when you see a team that constantly wins, like the Warriors, everybody's tired of seeing the Warriors win. They want to see a different team in there now. That's why everybody was so hyped about LeBron going to the Lakers because they're like they could probably knock them off. But they're tired of seeing Alabama. They got probably tired of seeing Ohio State, Florida when they were good. They got tired of seeing those guys.
I mean, I would say that's a casual fan. Obviously, Clemson, Alabama fans are gonna be.
They're like, oh hell yeah.
I mean, if you like football, you're like
you're gonna want to see.
You're gonna want to see it. But like a casual fan, like you said, nah, they're like tired of seeing the same crap.
Yeah, you want to see different teams, but you want to see it's almost like they know who's gonna win. That's the thing. That's the problem. I think that they don't want to go see Clemson because I don't think this Clemson team is ready.
So do you think if they expanded to the 18 playoff format, it would be any different?
I don't think so.
I think it just take a little bit longer to get to the inevitable.
Yeah, you can risk more injuries, and it's not. I don't like it because there are usually four teams that are just better than everybody else. You can tell by these bowl games when you're putting up certain teams against what. Like number 10 against number 7, number 10. It's not.
I mean, the 2 teams that were number 1 and 2 for the entire season
are the ones that are there. And that's how a national championship goes. Yeah. If anything, people could argue against it and say, just go back to the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, the 18 format make things more exciting. Like you said, it'll make it draw out the process longer. And when they want more money, that's what they're going to do.
You know what I find funny, though? Is that they win trophies for those bowls. Yeah. To the like semifinals. And they're just like,
they don't care. It's like, we're going for the big one.
It's like, oh, I won the Capital One Orange Bowl? Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I won the Goodyear Cotton Bowl?
Yeah. It's crazy. It does diminish the bowl games a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind like some type of playoff, like some type of like more larger, bracket, but I think that the top 4 are usually the right ones.
Dude, these bowl games are getting stupid now. You got the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
Bro, you know how much money you'll bring in? It'll bring 45,000 people in though. Like that's not bad.
The names of these bowls are just the Hyundai Sun Bowl.
Bro, it's money. 45,000.
The Red Box Bowl.
For Red, yes.
The Red Box Bowl.
Bro, that was Oregon and Michigan State. Do you know how big those fan bases are?
Dog,
that's a big bowl.
The Red Box Bowl.
Bro,
if you tell me one day, hey man, you want to go watch the Red Box Bowl? I'm like, bro.
Bro, but you see,
you watch the bowl game.
That's just who endorses it.
Bro, who goes to Red Box still?
Yeah, that's
like I don't know. Obviously, enough people do.
People who don't have internet, I guess.
Enough people for them to have a bowl game.
I don't. Like, who sells DVD players?
I see people at the Red Box at the gas station all the time.
Bro, I'm like, it's like looking at somebody getting like tapes. I saw some tapes in Walmart the other day. Like, who still has a VCR?
Some people don't want to conform to the new wave of technology.
Bro, it takes me 5 seconds to download a movie.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't know why.
Get in my car, drive. I don't even like going to get food. I haven't brought food.
Yeah, but honestly, I think the Red Box, they endorse it. It's for advertising because those commercials are all about stuff that they endorse. But it's a good bowl because those are 2 big fan bases. They made money off that. I'm telling you. So that's my
And
mind.
that's what it comes down to, obviously.
Yeah, bowl games produce a lot of money, no matter, and that's why they're usually in locations where those games are gonna be. Like we're like, okay, Oregon, Michigan State, or we're gonna have it in a place where they're both accessible to get to. So it makes sense.
So, well, the next time we decide to watch the Cheez-It Bowl and the Dollar General Bowl, you know, and the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, I'll be mad if I won the famous Idaho Potato Bowl and it's a giant potato trophy.
It better be a damn potato.
If you,
trophy.
okay, that's right.
What else
I
you
better
gonna
get free potatoes forever. Like, I want a potato membership.
It's like, Dad, I'm so tired of potatoes. No, I want a sweet
I
potato bowl.
want this. No.
I won the bowl game for you, son. Like,
Right.
You don't eat these Papa Fritas.
But you gotta keep in mind, those are, I mean, obviously, but those are, I think it was Western Michigan and BYU, and Western Michigan got popped. But, like,
Bro, how did you even know who played that game?
what's because my Broncos played in the game? What you mean?
Oh, I forgot you was a Bronco. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And, no, it was, that's a big deal for, like, a lower tier, like, you know, Group 5 teams.
Bro,
Like,
who's Jared Birmingham? They have the Jared Birmingham Bowl.
I mean, that's
Like, how badass you gotta be to get your own bowl and have Wake Forest and Memphis playing it?
You gotta be a legend. A legend.
My name is Jared. But
Yeah.
you know what? He probably is a legend. I'm
I know
trashing
you're
his
trying to
name.
clown him, man. I
Alright,
could be a
so
legend.
someone's gonna find out.
Let me
I know
listen to
somebody
something real
gonna
quick so I can.
report this video. They're gonna report the video because no, man, I'm not mad at seeing Bama and Clemson. I just think this is not gonna be one. I mean, they blew them out last year. Blew them out. It wasn't even close. Bama's gonna roll through them again. Another ring. I want to see Saban get 7 though.
Oh, it used to be the Papa John's Bowl.
Yeah, they had to change that.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, they might have had to fix. You notice how they don't have that this year.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
who's Birmingham?
I'm looking it up. I don't know.
Hey man, it's money. That's what I don't even care about the name. I want to see the schools play. I want people get lit up, and that's football. Period. But I don't know. I'm happy with it. What I'm mad about is that Georgia couldn't get it together, and Justin Fields transferred to Ohio State.
This is the reason why it's called the Jared Birmingham book. So it's in Birmingham, Alabama, and Jared sponsors it.
Oh,
okay.
Jewelry.
So it's not Jared Birmingham. I was like,
I mean, it sounds like a name.
That's okay.
It's the Birmingham Bowl.
Right.
Okay.
Nah.
I'm like, who's Jared Birmingham?
I was like, man, he must be a badass. Like,
Sounds important.
I was thinking maybe he's somebody that might have passed away that was like legit in the
Like a
college football
sponsor,
community.
yeah, and then you damn.
And it turns out it's jewelry.
Hey, I wonder what they win though. Shoot. Nice princess.
The payout was $1.9 million as of 2013.
Hey, that's almost $2 million for.
But for a school though, I mean that's not really nothing though. I mean,
It was a smaller school.
that means
It was Memphis and who?
Wake Forest.
Come on, they could use that. Wake Forest,
Wake Forest had George Dortch, you know, the most electrifying player in college football.
Like, how do you lose when he scores 400 touchdowns?
I don't know. That dude's a beast, dude. God. I don't know. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Turf Show Show. You know, you can follow us on social media. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We're back on YouTube. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're everywhere you want to be at.
You want to listen to us
everywhere.
Not hard to find.
Yeah, you can find us.
Yeah. If you want to be on a Turf Show, just say hi or something. We'll get you on. It takes literally like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's not hard. We got phone.
But you better come correct.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get,
You're gonna roast it.
you're going to get flamed. But that's going to be it, guys. Thanks, Bye.
Gone.